ever done it? How about a big round of applause for yourself, guys? This is the first time we've ever done this. We got a lot of room to grow on it, but I'm very happy to see every single one of you faces out here. It's a lot of work putting all this together. We only have one class that completely maxed out, but one is better than none. So we're good to go. We got a lot of racers. We're going to have damn near, it looks like 160 racers are sitting on this racetrack tomorrow. That's very cool. So again, thank you guys. I'm Gary Rowe. This is my beautiful wife, Jennifer, along with my partner in crime back here in the tech department. This is Mr. Troy Enfinger. We are the RCHRA. I am trying to build something that we can take into the future with RC drag racing. RC drag racing is very important to me, number one, because drag racing is important to me. This is important for you guys to hear. I am drag racing to the bone. I've never known anything any different. That's all I've done my whole life. I found about this sport, I decided to get into it. I've always dealt with promoters and people in the raceworks industry that I work with, and this is my chance to finally show what I can do racing, only it's on a smaller scale. But I have big plans for this, very big plans. So I want all of you guys to be a part of it. It's going to be a nationwide touring series. RCHRA will go to the next level with your help, trying to keep all of you guys satisfied and keep going. But, thank you, thank you.
Everybody clap! Whoa!
Hey, everybody clap. When we finished the live feed a couple of nights ago, the web brought me live. I almost came to tears thinking about actually how much time and effort I put into making this thing fly, guys. Unbelievable. But anyway, rock and roll. Number one, how about a big hand for Mr. Jim Turner? He's not here right now, I don't believe, but Jim Turner is the man who had the idea about putting y'all in this very spot at this very moment. Big thanks to Jim. His son Bubba, who sprayed the track, got all that set up. His wife Amanda. Amanda's there. She is. Amanda, say hey.
She's waiting on a car.
Yeah. All the staff that he brought in to help out, Rock and his wife, Myra, from the photographer helping out to everybody that is part of this deal. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. All right, number one, you know we could not do this without sponsors. That is the bottom line. Number one, shout out to Matt Ottman from VooDoo. He put his name on this entire event. Thank you to VooDoo. They put their name on this event. This is the VooDoo Throwdown at the Coliseum. Mike Bush, what can you say about this guy? BBM Performance and Parts. This man has been behind me since day one. I'll never forget the first conversation I talked to him on the phone. He was talking so fast with that South Carolina accent, I couldn't hardly understand anything he was saying. Blah, 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 blah. He said, Gary, now he can quote me on this. He said, you can prepare, you can plan. There's going to be something that goes wrong at every event that you're going to have to make a quick decision on. And I'll be damned if he wasn't right. It happened the very first race, and it's been that way ever since. But I've learned, and we're moving on. So big thanks to Mike. He is our sponsor of the Big Dog class. Our sponsor of the Renegade class, DragWorks RC, Mark, up in Michigan. I found out when I sat down to lunch with this guy in Michigan a few months ago, his last name's the same as mine.
What?
It's Mark Rowe. I had no idea, so huge thanks to Mark from DragWorks RC, title sponsoring our Renegade class. Mark, thank you so much. Kevin Caldwell, Caldwell Wings, oh my Lord. Caldwell, I tried to get him to come here to sign autographs, but I think he's at the beach this weekend, so Kevin, thank you so much for everything you do in the sport. You believe in the RCHRA. He is our title sponsor of our Pro Stock class in RCHRA. Drive RC, Michael. This guy makes some of the most unique bodies out there. Surely you've seen Drive RC stuff. He thinks outside the box. I like that. I think outside the box. He's got some cool stuff. So how about a big round of applause for Drive RC, our title sponsor of our Top Sportsman category. Anthony's Hobby Shop, Scott and Anna, along with Anthony themselves, they are a gold level sponsor. They were the first sponsor we had. This lady hit me on Facebook, Anna, and said, I want to be a part of this. Thank you guys so much. Anthony's Hobby Shop, Custom Works, Max. These guys bought everything they could just about for the entire event. They bought a lane sponsor, they bought a gold sponsorship, they bought a live feed sponsorship. So big shout out to Custom Works. Thank you guys so much, the entire team, for being here. Great job, great to see everybody. Our left lane sponsor is presented by Red Monster RC Super Grip. That's Mr. Steve Larson, offers an amazing product. Big shout out to Red Monster for being a part of the Throwdown in the Coliseum, VooDoo style. Thank you, Steve Larson. Jay and Brandon, Jay Winslet and Brandon Crosby. These two guys have been with me since day one. It's actually Paul's son who got me into the racing on this side. Jay is the painter of this absolutely gorgeous car that's going to #1 qualifier in your BBM. Big Dog. They bought a sponsorship into this. Brandon builds houses. He takes care of kids. He takes care of his old lady. He comes racing. He was the first one here in this black trailer. He helped me set up this track. Huge shout out and thanks to Jay and Brandon Crosby. Broke Dads Motorsports. What can you say about these guys? Carl Jeffcoat and Steve Rule. Broke Dads. Carl sent me a message on Facebook and said, I don't care what we do, I just want to make sure I got my purple tent inside. Thank you, Carl and Jeff, for being a part of this deal. We really appreciate it. Ryan Clay. Ryan Clay hit me on Messenger and said, no matter what, I got to be able to park beside Mike Bush. And I said, well, it costs money to do that. He pulled out a couple of $1,000 out of his pocket and said, what do you want? Man paid me cash money in Michigan. Thank you, Clay. We appreciate you coming on board. Brought his daddy with him. That's a good old Georgia boy. This is a really cool sponsor, guys. This literally happened on my way drive back home from New York back to Georgia a few weeks ago. Dude by the name of Mike Rydell. I'm sure you heard of Exotech. He sends me a message on Facebook and says he's got a new chassis coming out that he thinks will work well with my new Pro Street class that we've got debuting very soon. And what can I do to be a part of your deal? I told him about this. 20 minutes later, he paid for a sponsorship. So Exotech, Mike, we can't thank you enough. Thank you for coming on board. He's not here. He's all the way from Southern California, but he's a part of this. So a big shout out to Exotech being on board. A-Main Hobbies. I sent an email to these guys, and within about 2 days, I got a message back from their VP guy that said, we love it. We like what you're doing. We're going to send you a lot of product, and you can give away as you want. We just want to see what we're doing, what our deal is part of. Matter of fact, Justin Stanley, my photographer, those A-Main banners are very important to me. All right, so ProTech RC and EcoPower as a part of A-Main, they are providing the #1 qualifier awards for every class outside of Big Dog. So how about a big hand for A-Main coming on board, being a part of this? Where's my rules? Okay, guys, moving on to the serious stuff. Thanks to all our sponsors, we're going to go over some key rules that I want to make sure everybody understands how this works in the RCHRA. All right, #1, we have general overall rules that apply to every class, okay? In the event of a timing system malfunction or operator error, the race will be rerun. No questions asked. If I screw up by accident and throw the tree into the wrong mode, or Jennifer kicks me and I hit the wrong button or whatever, bottom line, if there's any type of malfunction, whether it be human error or technical, the race is rerun, no questions asked. Racers cannot touch or cross the center line. If we go back to video replay and I look down and your car touched the center line, that is a DQ. Okay? Touch or cross. You cannot touch the guard walls. Okay? Do not touch the guard walls. This includes qualifying, guys. Qualifying is competition. Your rules that apply to racing is the same as qualifying, so don't touch the guard walls. First infraction goes at win immediately to the opponent. That means first is worse. If something happens and you did it first, you're out. Your competition wins. Move on. The randomizer, just like I just read off how we're doing Big Dog first round. We do a chip draw for you. It's all automated. I randomize it on this deal. If the randomizer picks you as a buy run, that is the only buy run you are allowed for that rest of that event. If the randomizer picks you again, I'll simply regenerate it and make sure you don't. So I think that's pretty obvious. We have odd number of Big Dog racers at least. We know somebody's getting the buy run tomorrow, but that will go to our number one qualifier. Moving on in eliminations, it'll only go once to one person. Hey guys, can y'all keep it down back here, please? Please? All right. If a racer's battery is overcharged at tech, 8.44 is your max. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes while you are standing at tech to bring it down under 8.44. You cannot leave tech. If Troy sees you walk away because you're pissed or whatever, you're disqualified. You cannot leave tech. You got to stay right there, bring your battery down. Plug it in, hit it, whatever you think it'll do to bring it down to 8.44. You got 2 minutes to do it in. If he tests it one more time and your battery is over 8.44, you are disqualified from that round of competition, no questions asked.
Even before the 2 minutes is over?
If you decide to let him test it before the 2 minutes, that's on you.
Thank you.
Once a racer signals to me that he or she is set or ready for that race, you are committed to that run, which means if in driver error you accidentally bump your trigger and it car bumps forward after you have told me you are set, you are disqualified from that round of competition. That's why I was trying to get all you guys to let me know that you are ready. If I don't know you're ready and you look ready, I'm gonna send the tree. That's not my fault that I can't tell what you're doing up there, kneeling down beside the car and I can't see. Nod your head, shake your butt, whatever you gotta do to let me know you're ready. But once you say you're ready and that car moves, you're disqualified. Got it? Okay, moving on. Big Dog. Pretty obvious. We already know about that. Weight. We got scales, digital scales sitting over here with a brand new thing to sit on top of it so your car can see it and my man can actually read the numbers. Cannot be over 2060 grams. That's been the deal the whole time.
Under.
I'm sorry. Cannot be at or over 26. There, I got it.
Maybe under. It's got to be that.
Ready to run must weigh at or over 2060 grams. Thank you.
We love you.
Heads up, instant green. Y'all know about that. The prep. Okay, this is important. I made a post a while back that if this track gets too sticky, we will take it off with a scraper. That's not in place. We don't have to worry about that. How about a big round of applause? We don't have to worry about getting stuck on the starting line in your own prep, at least. You may get stuck in the starting line because of prep here, but we can't help that. We have to do what we got here. So that none of that matters. Tire heat after tech is okay, which means that obviously you guys are sitting here after you come there. I'm okay with tech, but be respectful of your fellow competitor. If he's sitting over here waiting and you're sitting over here still, la, 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 la. Nah, man, come on. Let's go. Let's roll. You know? All right, so just so y'all know, that's how Big Dog works. We'll have a good time with that. Renegade. All rules apply in Big Dog except no tire prep. You guys already know what Renegade means. At Memorial Park, when we go back there, it's going to be very important that Renegade knows they can launch in the prep of the Big Dog, but this doesn't matter here, so that doesn't apply. Pro Stock. I hope all of you guys that are coming in that are new to the RCHRA have read the rules. Trust me, this man right here knows the rules. You get up here and you got a carbon fiber carbon fiber shock tower, you're not going on the racetrack. You may have had fun all this time doing what you do because we haven't had tech open, but he's looking for that. I've got many cars sitting on display. Trust me, 4 of them are the exact same thing you buy out of a box of a box stock car. I can tell you real quick if it's factory or not. Don't try it, okay? Everything there is pretty, you guys know about the motor and all that stuff, has to be legit. Yes, you can move it around, all that stuff, as long as it's factory, from the factory, whether it be Low C or Traxxas. Top Sportsman. You guys can run any battery size at Top Sportsman. It doesn't really matter because you're on a dial-in. You can sit that thing down with 4S and send it if you want to. Doesn't matter. You're on dial-in. So, but again, tonight, Top Sportsman guys, we're going on a dial-in. Give me a dial-in. Even if you don't think your car is going to run it, I still want you to see how tomorrow's eliminations are going to work, okay? So tonight when we go to Top Sportsman, give a dial-in. We put it in. It's on a full tree. If you're handicapping your opponent, you're gonna leave first, or vice versa. That's how bracket racing works. First to the finish without going under is your champion.
No tech? There's no tech?
No tech for, yes sir, good question. No tech for that. So in general, guys, that's pretty much a wrap. At this time, if anybody has any questions, now is your time to ask me. Do not come to me in the middle of me trying to send the tree and say, I need to ask a question. I'm going to tell you, leave me alone. These guys are more important than you are right now. Hate to say it, but it's true. So anybody got a question?
You said first is worse. If I break on the starting line, is that an infraction or not?
That is an infraction. You don't touch that car until your opponent finishes.
You said first infraction loses, correct?
Yes.
So if I break, the race is over. It doesn't matter what the other lane does, correct?
That would be first is worst.
No. As long as you don't touch your car, the other car has a chance to get down. If he,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, got it. Yeah, okay, got it. So Bisquick brought up a good question. I hit on this earlier. Listen up, guys, especially in Big Dog. If you both stage and that tree drops and your car breaks and does not move, but your opponent does, he went further than you did, your car broke, that guy's going to get the win light, bottom line. If he hits the wall, first is worse. He broke.
That's what I was saying. So if I break on the line, the race is
No, I'm sorry. If he hits the wall, the broke car wins because he broke the first infraction because you actually took the tree. Don't touch your car. Let him do his infraction or finish his race.
break is not an infraction.
If he breaks, you got to crack the beans over.
Number one, listen to what I'm saying, okay? And this makes sense to me. If your car doesn't move at all, the system's is gonna tell me that it doesn't have a reaction time, right? You have to have a reaction time to win, right? So would everybody agree with me on this, that if that car got a reaction time and you didn't touch your car before he hit the wall, he's the winner? Thank you. Thank you, that's the way we'll do it. Hang on, whoa. It's not. But you have to get a reaction time. If you have no reaction time and that car launches beside you, he's automatically the winner because he went further than you did. Yeah, gotcha. Very good question.
Still, he make the infraction. He didn't break the wheel, or he just
If he didn't,
start and the car doesn't move anymore.
Well,
that's
then-
it's infraction because he didn't finish the race.
but you got to wait to see what your opponent does. Don't reach
It
the.
doesn't matter. He's the first infraction. He's done. They're supposed to be. He's done.
Broke car is not an infraction unless the other guy does something. If he goes through and gets the win, obviously you're not going to win.
No, but that's not the way we do it over there in sample when I have my car. If you put your car there, and your car and doesn't move or move a little bit, if you didn't finish the race.
That doesn't matter. We just went over what we're going to do. Okay, so moving on. All right, any other questions, guys?
Will the ladders be posted on social media?
Yes. The only one that I can guarantee is what's going to happen from tonight. You'll know who you race tomorrow based off tonight, okay? That's the best I can do. I cannot guarantee you time-wise that we're going to have a chance to do that tomorrow while we're in the hustle and bustle of going lane to lane. But I will let you know in advance here where you are, just like I just did with the reading out.
They're not going to be posted on Facebook?
Number one, there is no bracket. We do a chip draw, so there's no bracket. So I could post it, but a lot of guys are going to get confused and they're going to say, "What? I don't know what I'm looking at," because they don't understand that it's a random chip draw. There's no bracket. It's for us to keep up with. So, to answer your question, all classes tonight, when you come in here tomorrow morning, you will know who you're racing and what race it will be, okay? All classes, except for top sportsmen. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and randomize top sportsmen too. We have to keep up with our end. That way, when you walk up on the starting line, I know who you are. I know who you are. It helps keep us. So, any other questions?
Are you running all of one class or round one of each class? Like, are you going to run all the big dog first and then top sportsman?
Yes. Tonight's quarter it goes big dog, renegade, pro stock, top sportsman, front wheel drive. Yep.
Are we running four-wheel drive tonight?
Yes, front wheel drive. You're last out. You're last out tonight. Any other questions? Any other? What was that? Tonight we're going with one qualifying pass. I don't think we're going to have time, but if we finish up front wheel drive, our last one's out, and we have an hour to spare, we're going to open up private testing for everybody. Okay? Tomorrow morning you go straight into eliminations, guys. All right, so that's it. Any other questions?
Serious question.
You run a cat pack or an aftermarket cat pack for ESC?
Say that again.
In the pro stock class, you got to run stock electronics, right?
Yeah.
Put a cat pack in, an additional cat pack.
Yes, you can, because it's not in our rules that you can't. So, yeah.
I just want to know what lane I'm in qualifying, because left lane's got a little dry spot.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired
So,
shit.
if I flip and I don't hit the wall or anything, and I go across that finish line first, do I still win?
You're the winner.
I get the win.
If you flip your car and you don't cross or hit the guard wall and you cross that beam first, you are the winner. You can finish on your roof. Earnhart says he's already tried it earlier today. It's going to be fine. Renegade, you're after big dog.
Gary, tomorrow morning when we come in, is this going to be open? We're going to
No, we gotta go through the front.
Gotta go through the turndial.
I think tomorrow, guys, you all have to go through the turn dial. Listen up, all people in here, tomorrow, go through the turn first. That way they can get a head count, yada, 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 then come in and we can do this. All right? All right, guys, that's it. So let's go qualifying, guys. Welcome to the VooDoo Throwdown in the Coliseum. Big dog, big dog, big dog, presented by BBM. Where's my list?
Here, baby, I'm sorry.
Gary, what about the spunk on the line?
I need...
Spider spunk on the line.
I need Steve Rule. I need Leroy Butler. I need Bisquick. I need CC Davis. I need Landon Anderson. I need Nathan Elsner, Luke McBee, and Scott Boff, all to tech right now, guys. Did you go to tech?
Yeah, I'll just tell you.
Okay, just hang on a second. We got it.
They're doing something with,
Leroy, you're going to be in the right lane. Yeah. Yeah, just hang on. We're going to do the national anthem, and we're going to fire you guys up.
Get off the start line.
they're looking at something about webbing or something.
All right, we're on an instant green. I need my camera rolling.
What is up, everybody? I hope y'all are super excited and super pumped about this race. This is VooDoo Throwdown, the Coliseum here in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is the race that we have all been waiting for. This is the first indoor RC drag racing event. Gary Rowe is going to be the race master, race host. We are super, super excited, and we are fixing to do the national anthem.
Nash. That?
Picking their cars up. I mean, if they got
Hey guys, on the top, when y'all guys go through the top end, try to drive your car back out of the way so you can go get it. We don't want to be responsible for picking your car up inappropriately. So if you can, try to pick your car up and get it, or try to either go get your car, bring a spotter. If you don't want our guys picking it up, they're doing the best they can. So if not, drive it out of the way and bring it back down the return road. But so we're going to have our big dog competitors up here. Thanks again, Mike Bush. It's going to be good.
National anthem.
Not yet, not yet. Where's Steve Rule? He's right. He's right.
All right. As they are getting set up to do the national anthem, once again, if you will, please share this. Let's grow this. Let's grow this live feed. Excuse me. Let's grow this live feed and share it around. Gary Rowe has worked really, really hard on this, and just a huge shout out to Gary Rowe. But first and foremost, huge shout out to all the sponsors of this race, and a huge shout out to Caldwell, Custom Works, Exotech, and Dragworks.
Get a shot of me and my beautiful wife up here on this thing. How do you switch this camera around?
We get yeah.
Squat down.
Squat down. It ain't showing us.
It's showing the track.
It's showing
Hang
the
on,
track.
hang on.
One moment, please.
Uno momento.
I gotta get my beautiful bride in here. There we are. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're about to go racing. But first, ladies and gentlemen, if you will all please rise, remove your hats, and let's pay respect to the greatest nation on this planet. Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural VooDoo Throwdown in the Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. We're going to start out with BBM Performance, Big Dog RCHRA style. First pair up from Chapin, South Carolina. You got Mr. Steve Rule. He's already taken home a win in the RCHRA series earlier this year. He will start out in the Red Monster Super Grip lane, which is your left lane. In the right lane, you've got the Custom Works lane. Mr. Leroy Butler. Downtown Leroy Brown says his name is. You don't mess with Leroy Brown. But this is qualifying, guys. We're going to decide who's going home with the #1 absolutely gorgeous VooDoo commemorative. Can we get a shot of this on the live feed real quick, guys? I want these guys to see what we're running for tonight by the Bearded Brush. This beautiful paint scheme on this C7. All the guys at home looking at this deal. This is what these boys are fighting for tonight. And also, #1 seed also takes the bye run in first run of competition tomorrow. I think it just fell down